Let me try now to move to the second predictions in my explanation of why I think there's an impending apocalypse, why a stupid world is marching to oblivion. And my second prediction deals with Islam polarization, I call it. There is no doubt about it in my mind. What's going on in the Middle East is a total polarization of Islam. On the one pole, there are those fundamentalists that are represented by ISIS and Al-Qaeda and many other jihadist groups like that. And on the other hand, the other pole, there are so-called moderate secular Muslims who have been content to believe, to live with the belief that their values and their understanding of Islam is fine, it's correct, and they are blind to the fact that many of these same beliefs can and have been interpreted differently by the first group, the fundamentalists. But unfortunately, talking reason and logic with fundamentalists is a no-starter. If this is the book of Allah, there's no discussion, there's no debate. Anybody who even starts a discussion is a kafir, and his head should be cut off. His dam is halal. His dam means his blood is halal. And this will mean that those fundamentalists will grow and recruit more and more members. And many will find their calling by joining, many Muslims, young Muslims particularly, will find their calling by joining this fundamentalist ideology of takfir, they call it, calling all non-Muslims, all people of different religions as infidels, who would be subjected to terror, to jizya, which is another word for ransom, and who would be subjected to subjugation. And this is mainly because, frankly, for Muslims, they have only two choices: joining fundamentalism or living a life blinded to what's going on around them. Those that join or want to join one or the other groups find that they cannot escape their values and beliefs. If they escape them, their life will be shattered. So, for many Muslims, their values, they really actually have one of two options: either to become atheists and leave and run away from the Middle East and come to the Western world, or join the fundamentalists in the hope that the dream of the caliphate, as Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi calls it, has arrived, and that the Middle East will once again become a great world Islamic empire. The Arab kings of Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and emirs of many of the Gulf states and Emirates are no match to this belief system, to these values. They don't stand a chance, notwithstanding the might of their weapons. They don't stand a chance, because the cancer is not in a single spot of the body of the Middle East. There are active cancer cells in every part of the world. And no sooner you attack one cell, another cell grows, explodes, and bring about massive death and destruction. I would submit that this Islam-based fundamentalism is the prime cause and source of the terminal cancer in the Middle East. Its ultimate goal is the rule of Muslim fanatics of the entire planet. But unfortunately, at the risk, and in my opinion, at the certainty of ending the human race long before this goal of world domination could materialize. What can I say? Let me start there, and in my next video, I'll give you my third prediction.